Yeah.
Read. You discover in a Muslim lots of good thing.
Okay.
Very smart Prophet Muhammad. He knew what's good for the future about the body. So look at that. Don't ask me, and believe me, you have everything there.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. The ulama differ about his ijtihad. You know, the usuli scholars differ about his ijtihad. Did he make ijtihad, or did he was everything from you know, directly? But he was mulham. Everything he did was through you know, divine inspiration and wahi. That when he passed by when he first came to Medina, he hadn't been in an agricultural community, and they were doing what's called ta'bir, yu'abbirun and nakhil, because nakhil is male and female, so you have to cross-pollinate. So when he saw it, it seemed strange to him. He just, like, that doesn't seem right. And he made a comment about it. Well, they didn't do it because messenger of God, and so they had a very poor crop that year of dates. And when they told the Prophet ﷺ, he said, you know better about your worldly affairs than I do. Like, you know, he was making a comment of istighrab. He wasn't making a tashri'ah. But in that hadith, we learn so much, because he was clearly differentiating between ibadah and prophetic practice, and then the worldly things. Ibn Khaldun said that the Prophet ﷺ was not sent as a doctor of bodies to teach people medicine. And he said his medicine was the medicine of his people. So when the Prophet ﷺ says to do certain things medically, these are things that were understood to be helpful. Now, there's a blessing in that based on the i'tiqad, like Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah says in Tibb al-Nabawi, that you will benefit from this medicine to the degree with which you believe in the Prophet ﷺ. So the medicine can be efficacious if somebody has very strong iman about it. But we know that generally about medicine. I mean, placebo is based on that. And there's amazing things that people get from having a strong belief in medicine. We know that. So belief is a good thing. But the Prophet ﷺ was not sent to teach the world medicine. And that's why, the idea of just following Tibb al-Nabawi as the only medicine that you practice is it's denying that aspect that the Prophet said, Antum adra bi umuri dunyakum, you know better the affairs of this world. So, but about the siwak, there were certain things the Prophet did not, he was afraid that they would be, like the taraweeh. He didn't do it. He stopped after a few days because he saw people, because he was worried that Allah would make them do it, binding on them. So there were certain things that he did not want, shafaqatan li ummati, just out of his compassion and mercy for his ummah. But the siwak, he was very adamant about using the siwak. Some of the Sahaba tried to count the number of times he used it in a day. He cleaned his teeth several times during the day. He took very good care of his teeth. He had impeccable, we would call it oral hygiene. He flossed his teeth. Takhlil al-asnan is the sunnah. Ibn Abi Zayd mentions it in the book of the Sunan, that it's a sunnah to floss the teeth. And he used to use a palm fiber through the teeth, and said that the angels are disturbed by food between a prayer's teeth. Now, we know now, we're just starting to understand the implications of oral hygiene and systemic diseases. Even like heart disease and things like this are related. Before you go into surgery, they want people to have clean mouths, because it's a way of introducing bacteria into the bloodstream, and people are more susceptible to certain illnesses. So the Prophet, I think one of his miracles is his real concern about people's oral hygiene. Washing the mouth after you eat is an amazing thing, especially in an environment where water was not readily available. But the fact that he wanted people to wash their mouths after they ate is extraordinary. Cleaning the mouth during wudu, washing and using a siwak for wudu. If you did wudu 5 times a day, which is mandub, you would be cleaning your teeth 5 times a day. Now, you don't have to use the siwak. A toothbrush is fine. And that he used a siwak. Siwak is actually, if you have it available like these, it's very nice. It's a good, cleans the teeth. And it's also, even now they say you should change your toothbrush, frequently, because they become actual carriers of germs and they can actually infect you as well. So there's no doubt everything that the Prophet ﷺ came that has been established as a sunnah of him, a practice, is prophetic and it's wahi. We believe that. His sunnah is wahi in equal to the Quran. It just does not have the status of the Quran in its legislative power because the dilala is normally dhanniya and the wurud is normally dhanniya, which means that both its signification and its the establishment of it being from the Prophet without any doubt is quite hard to achieve with certainty. So the mutawatir hadith is equal to the Quran in legislative power. It can abrogate a verse of Quran. But the ahad hadith, which are the majority, that's where you get the khilafat, the differences of opinion. Can you please